Ladies and gentlemen, at long last, game number 2. And it's been so long that I can play the intro again. I love this intro. Alright, here we go. And we are back. Game number 2 on Sniper Ridge. Here we go. Spawning as the Brown Terran at the bottom left, we have SJ Terror. Alright. And at the bottom right, as the Teal Zerg, we have LRM Tactics, who has stayed on after defeating South Park in game number 1. Of course, we are in Winners League style. So, I'm not muted this time. Yes, excellent, I'm not muted. Whew, fantastic. SJ Terror. Did he capitalize the O? Oh, he didn't capitalize it this time. Alright, alright. Coolio. And, oh, my Broodwar music is off. Hey. T7 versus Z5. Brown versus Teal. Sweet. So the Overlord of Tactics is going in the wrong direction. And I'm actually quite excited because, of course, currently, you know, among the high-level amateur foreigners, actually I guess it's a bit redundant, amateur and foreigner, but yeah, there's not that many high-level Terran players right now. Got a lot of Zergs, decent amount of Protosses, and very few Terrans. So that's very exciting. I mean, you know, even like Napoleon, who's one of the few Terran players, is a race picker, so he doesn't play Terran all the time. Karate as well, I believe, although I think he's gone back to playing only Zerg, maybe? I can't remember. Anyway. And we have a 12 pool opening from Technics, interestingly enough. Not the usual 12 hatch that we see in this matchup, so let's actually see what he does from this. If you open with 12 pool, you can actually go for a 2-hatch muta, and I believe get the fastest 2-hatch muta possible or something like that. So let's see if that's what he does. Sniper Ridge is quite good for it. Of course, the minerals of the natural are kind of pressed against the cliff thing here, so you can do some nice muta harass. Anyway, looks like the SCV Scout of Terror has gone the wrong way. So nice for Technics, who is now sending out a drone to expand. And what else was I going to say? Oh yes, this is quite exciting to have. It's actually quite interesting to have LRM, SJ, and SAS all in the playoffs here. Of course, this is very reminiscent of Gambit's Cup Season 1, where actually SAS and Team NB, which is now been renamed as Team SJ, they combined to form a single team, SAS and B, and they actually faced off against LRM in the Gambit's Cup Season 1 finals, which I casted, and was like basically some of the best games I've ever seen. Like, if anyone hasn't watched that finals, I highly recommend going back and watching it. I believe they're all on my YouTube channel, the Sayle BW channel, so you can go check those out. But yeah, 2 epic long series between the 2 teams at the time, and this is sort of a rematch-ish, although of course now SAS and SJ have kind of are not joining forces anymore. They're playing as their own teams. And we do actually have a lair here off just the 2 hatches, so it does definitely look like a 2-hatch muta. Now, Terra has seen the fast lair here, so might realize, or rather, does realize that something is going on. most likely 2H Muta. There's always a slight possibility of lurkers, but at this point I think you can kind of guess that it's not, considering the den hasn't even been planted yet and the lair is almost finished. Meanwhile, he's just gone for a 1-Rax expand opening, getting a second Rax now, so it looks like he's doing a very standard thing. Terror actually, by the way, in TVZ he really likes to do this kind of funky early speed vulture timing, where he tries to hit like before 3-hatch Muta, the Muta pop out. So 30 seconds before the Mutas pop out, he'll try and run into your base with a bunch of speed vultures and kill all your drones. And I'm not quite sure how that works out against the 2-hatch Muta. I'd imagine. Well, I don't know. I mean, it could work. It could work. Let's actually see if he does that. He's only mining the gas with one guy right now, so he won't have enough gas for anything like that. And he is making an academy now, so it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Looks like a bit of a run-in from Technics, but seems to... Oh no! Seems like he didn't kill any Marines, lost a bunch of Zerglings, and is now blaming the lag. Give me 1 second, my headset is running out of batteries. There we go. Alright. So, yeah, I believe... Or rather, I heard from our referee that both players in this game were complaining about some lag. Oh, and apparently even Technics' keyboard stopped working. So he's gone into flash mode, win with no keyboard or something. Anyway, this is a very tight little SimCity from Terra. No real way for Technics to attack here, I don't think, with these links. Even though this is a very popular move from Zergs, when you're going to hatch Muta to make a round of Zerglings before your Mutas are about to come out, run in, kill as many Marines as you can, and then make the Mutas that much more effective. But this is not going to go well at all for him. And yeah, Technics very smartly pulling back here. There's no way for him to attack this. There's 9 Marines here with the bunker. The Lings would have to run around. The SCVs could block. It would just not go well at all. So a bit of a waste of Zerglings there. I mean, obviously those could have been drones instead, but not much he can do about that. And immediately I'd say Technics is kind of on the back foot. He kind of has to make up for it with some spectacular Muta micro, which I would expect from Technics. Although, having said that, I think recently I casted a game of Technics. I think in one of the games where it was LRM versus Reps, where LRM all killed Reps, I think he played a ZVZ, and the Muta micro was a little bit lacking there. Or wait, was it a ZVZ? I can't remember, but for some reason I remember Technics messing up Muta micro at some point recently. And considering this game is supposedly lagging, allegedly lagging, that may be an issue. But we shall see, I suppose. In the meantime, looks like the turrets are going up here, and the Muta is trying to just group up here and figure out where to go. 2 Scourge actually made and suicided in. I have no idea what that was about. Was that just a mistake? That might just have been a misclick by Technics to make 2 Scourge instead of a Muta. And then I guess he decided he didn't need them or something and just suicided them to clear supply. I'm a little bit confused by that move. He is kind of supply blocked, but still really, really weird. Anyway, he's making more Mutas here. And it's like just random overlords at the top right. Uh-oh. Whoa! Okay, looks like Technics definitely not happy to micro his Mutas in the lag. I mean, who can blame him? When you're going for 2H Muta, you need these Mutas to really do a ton of damage, and that's not really possible in a laggy game. Kind of feeling bad for Technics now. It's actually reminiscent a little bit of I think Team China when they played against SJ. The Chinese player actually went 2H Muta against Napoleon in his EVT in the 4th game to try and save China from getting all killed, and apparently that game lagged a lot as well, so his Muta micro was really not up to par. Anyway, Technics trying to figure out what he can do here, but just look at this. Ugh, I can just feel the lag here myself. And see, you know what the really sad thing is about this? Is that his Muta micro right now is still better than my Muta micro with no lag. So that just makes me a little bit sad. Oh well. Anyway, is there a drone here? I keep checking the top right in case there's a drone there for a 3rd, but I'm not seeing any. Anyway. Technics poking around, but the Medic Marine Group is moving out here. I think he's going to have to use his Mutas defensively, and he's got to be so careful here. This must be so hard. I mean, marking Mutas against Marines on open ground is already difficult, and to have to deal with the circumstances like this is not ideal. Not really sure what Technics can do here. He went 2H Muta and is unable to do any damage with his Muta. Looks like he's just decided to switch into Lurker here, since his Mutas are just not really doing much. But I don't know how he's going to hold off this big attack from Terra, though. There's no Sunken Colonies. The Lurkers are not going to be nearly done in time. I think Technics might just die to this attack, in fact. I mean, even if it wasn't lagging, even if he could micro perfectly, it'd still be dangerous, because that's quite a few Medic Marine here. But, yeah, he needs some Sunken Colonies or something. His money is going ridiculously high. He has enough money for like 10 Sunken Colonies, but he's just not made any yet. I don't understand why. His money's at 1300 right now. He's just been way too focused on the Muta Micro, I guess. I mean, you can't really blame bad macro on lag, can you? Maybe you can, I don't know. Blame lag for everything. Even Terra's money's going a little bit high as well, which is quite amusing. Oh man! Oh no! And Technics just leaves the game straight up. Ay 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 ay. So I guess, is that 1-1? Alright. The ref says that game counts, so that's 1-1.